Damascus is now at the heart of the bloodiest Arab uprising. The regime keeps the city centre under tight security that squeezes the traffic down the main roads. The regime's capital still functions, but the battle for Damascus is underway. It's happening in the suburbs. This is Douma after months of shelling and airstrikes. It's controlled by the rebels who claim they hold around a third of Greater Damascus. The regime says the rebels only have pockets of ground. These were blocks of flats. The laws of war say all sides should distinguish between civilians and fighters. Almost every building in Douma is damaged, which suggests it's all being treated as a military target. They said they saw the bomb, a barrel of explosive, dropped in this net from a helicopter. The regime's blitz is breaking the city and breaking lives. It isn't breaking the will of President Assad's enemies. The rebels have shown that they have the stomach for a fight. They've shown that they can endure pain, and they have the conviction that if they don't fight on, they'll be killed. The question for them is what more they'll have to do to get the victory that they insist is coming. The fighters in Douma from a group called Liwa al-Islam showed off what they could do. More than 200 recruits were being trained at an army base they said they captured a month ago. The officers, defectors from the Syrian army, have the trappings of Islamist fighters, but deny the regime's charge that they're jihadists, influenced by al-Qaeda. What do you think will happen to Assad?
Killed. Must be killed.
How important is it for you to win the battle in Damascus?
It's very important. It's the capital city, and we will catch the capital city from Assad system in few weeks.
Not if they can't treat their wounded. They say the regime bombs the hospital, so this is all they have. No one there wanted their faces shown. The patient, a civilian, had both his feet blown off by a rocket. The man treating him was a dentist. He said, "We'll only have peace if this brutal regime and its leader Bashar al-Assad are removed." You can see the rebel-held suburbs and the bombing from the windows of the regime's main military hospital. The Syrian army no longer gives out casualty figures. A doctor here said they averaged about 40 new admissions a day. One of the regime's dead was Fadi Hamoud, who served in the feared Air Force Intelligence Service. He was killed in June near Damascus airport, leaving 2 small children and a widow. The family are Alawites from the same sect as the president and believe they have no future if he goes.
For the country, for us to live, for the children to grow up, he had to sacrifice himself, and other men should sacrifice themselves for the sake of the country.
The presidential palace looms over Damascus. Syria has 2 futures: a political deal between all sides to build a new country, or a long civil war, the most likely option right now. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Damascus.